The following announcement has been paid for by the WZWA Network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the WZWA Network, and welcome to our beloved series here, WZWA Reacts, where we react to some of the craziest, funniest, most awesome moments in professional wrestling that we can get away with putting on our channel. I'm one of your hosts, Karlifornia. This is Jooseyboy. How's it going, bro?
Oh, it is going fabulously, and I am really excited about this. I do believe we have ourselves a triple header.
Yeah, our first ever. We haven't even done a double header.
We're skipping it. We're skipping over it.
Yeah,
we're skipping over it. Taking the double header. We're going one more.
Up in the ante, bro. I mean, this is the first time ever we're doing a triple reaction. Ladies and gentlemen, and
knock it up a notch.
I'm gonna. That's it, bro. I'm gonna lay it all out here for everyone, okay? And you already know what the video is because you saw the title when you clicked on it. But you know, we did the Tournament of Death 1 from CZW. We did the finals between Sick Nick Mondo and Wife Beater a few months ago. Now we're going to do the Tournament of Death 2 finals. But you see, here's the thing, Jooseyboy and everyone out there. You can't just do that finals without going through those semi-finals, because that's where the big thing on this show happened with Mondo and Zandig, right? But then we thought to ourselves, fuck, you know, like, let's just do the first round as well. Let's do all three Nick Mondo matches of Tournament of Death 2, which was on the 26th of July, 2003 in Dover, Delaware, at Rack's Bar and Billiards, which I hope to go to one day for a cold beer. What a tournament. This featured deathmatch legends like Nate Spider Webb, JC Bailey, Corporal Robinson, Necro Butcher, Nick Gage, Tread Acid, Johnny Cashmere, B-Boy, as well as others on the show like Sanjay Dutt, Ruckus, and The Messiah, of course, as well as Zandig and Ian Rotten, who are also in this tournament. And of course, Sick Nick Mondo, bro. So this is gonna be huge.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit, as the kids used to say a few months back. I don't know if that's still in anymore, but in any case, the long and short of it, bro, is we're about to watch Sick Nick Mondo run the gauntlet. He talked about it with you at some length in your fantastic interview with him on the Insider's Edge podcast, which y'all can check out on this channel right here. Yep. And you know, really, he tells the story really well, but only by actually watching the footage, as we're about to do here today, can the audience at home truly appreciate the lengths that this performer went through at this particular event. There is a reason why it's infamous, so to speak.
Absolutely, bro, absolutely. And here's the thing, I have never seen these matches before. I've seen the big bump that he takes with Zandig, but I've never seen these matches before. First time reaction for me. Don't know about you, Jooseyboy.
I watched this when I was 11 or 12 years old. That is the most recent time I have watched.
So it's been a while. Okay, bro, let's do this. Yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely. Just so I'm clear, which match is first? Is it Mondo
It'll be Mondo and JC Bailey, who are battling in a light tubes and ladders match.
Oh, nice. I've got it pulled up right here. I'm pumped.
Okay, Jooseyboy, if you're ready, and everyone at home, you know, to the side. Okay, Jooseyboy, here we go, brother. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, man, look at that top hole in the background there.
Love it. You know, bro, I miss my referees with a gut and receding hairline.
Yeah, you know what? I sort of do as well in a way, because it's just like the baseball umpire thing, you know? It's one of those athletic things that a fat guy can do.
Yeah, and now these days in WWE, you see all these referees that like they can fuck shit up, you know?
Honestly, like, 90% of the referees in WWE look more fit than 90% of the independent wrestling
Yeah.
scene. I'm not even like, oh man.
Well, here's JC Bailey, bro.
Yeah,
I've never seen a match of his, but I've spoken about him at length with different people that I've had on the podcast. So I'm interested to see him perform for the first time.
Yeah, I've seen him in other matches, but I believe they took place later than this because he looked older. From what I remember seeing of him.
I'm loving the theme song, bro. It's Stupefied by Disturbed. This is so early 2000s wrestling.
It's such a yachting type song.
And here comes a bit of Papa Roach, bro. And Jason Bailey came out to a bit of heat, and here comes the beloved Sick Nick Mondo.
Yeah. And really, I can't say enough about the tremendous interview that you shared with Nick on the Insider's Edge podcast.
Yeah, he was pretty cool, man. A very good guest.
Very nice guy and fascinating stories. Like, even just him as a person, bro. He's an interesting person.
It was just nice of him to do it because, like, he never does interviews. So the fact that he appreciated us as fans from Australia here. It's really cool that he gave us his time.
Yeah, and I mean, not even in a shilling way. I do encourage everybody out there, check out that interview. It's a great interview, and he's a fascinating guy. And he had a fascinating career. And we're watching the beginnings of one of the most important moments of that fascinating career right here.
And also, interesting to mention that after this show, he never wrestled again.
Yeah, that's right. Because it's,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I mean, I do remember being in quite a state of, like, surreal shock when I watched this as a child, even though I don't remember a lot of it. I just remember flashes.
Right. I'm looking forward to it.
Those scars on his body tell a story, John. They tell a story of a man who has no fear and will do whatever it takes. Remember last year, John, when he gave homeless Jimmy the assault driver off of the truck? Off of the truck, Eric. That is a moment, a CZW.
I love the early 2000s indie wrestler wrestling gear. Very reminiscent of what backyard wrestlers would wrestle in.
Yeah.
And similar theme songs as well.
Well, Yada's kept on rocking this kind of look until, the mid-2000s. And in the very late 2000s, it started to become more about getting gear off of Elucha.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh dear. That was, that looked bad. I won't lie, guys. I can't even oversell that. It just looked pretty fucked up. Like,
I love it.
I loved it too. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I love violence.
There's something wrong with us.
His pain amused me.
Here we go. Our first tube of the reaction. No.
Goes underneath.
Oh shit! We're watching tubes on the tube.
Yep.
Yeah, he don't even give a fuck, man. Oh, and
Everybody saw last weekend, John. It was less than a week ago where Nick Mondo came inside of the ring to aid
JC's mom likes to
point he
take
realized
the bomb.
that he was going to not have another match after this show. I wonder if the bump and what he went through on this show, I mean, I'm sure it mentions it in his documentary, The Trade, which you should all check out. I believe you can see it for free on YouTube. But I wonder if just the spirit just left his system because of this matchup. And
yeah, well, I also think that, I mean, every person that wrestles, whether it be deathmatch or normal pro wrestling or any level really. I think everyone that does it always has in the back of their mind that, oh, I could actually get really badly hurt and, you know, never do this again.
Because I liken it to like when we had Thumbtack Jack on the Insider's Edge podcast, and he talked about when he took a power bomb from Masada onto cinder blocks. He said that moment when I took that bump, the whole spirit that I had inside of me just left my system, and you know, it wasn't long after that when he decided to retire.
Yeah. Oh.
Crowd are thirsty for it, bro. I know this year is going to be the 20th anniversary of Tournament of Death. I know they're looking to do a documentary about the 20 years of TOD. I reckon it'd be cool if they went back to what's this place called? Rax Bar and Billiards for the 20th anniversary. I don't even know if the place is still going, but here comes the ladders.
Right now, I'm feeling like it's like you're watching like a car wreck or an imminent car wreck, and it's just a matter of wondering like what bad thing is going to happen. You know it's going to be a bad thing, but
yeah.
What bad thing? Well, they're not mirror wrestlers. Mondo is just clearly better.
Oh
man, I'm gonna call that a sick kick. Oh man, fuck him up. Cameraman, let me see where Nick is. Let me see. Yeah, okay.
Here we go. Here comes the dive. Oh! Oh, the ladder had no give.
Well, I mean, his actual ass cheeks, I think they went in between the rungs, but I don't know if that would have made it feel better or worse. Like,
nice.
All of him stopping, but his cheeks being forced through the gap.
Yeah, there's a commentator just said this is only the first round, and we know what's to come as well. Unbelievable, man.
Well, I mean, Eric, you have to be the type of superstar who likes these kind of matches, who wants to wear the crown.
Tell you what, it is the hardest earned $7.50 in the history of the wrestling business.
I'm sure they got paid more than that. $7.50.
To get back into the best of the best, that's Nick Mondo. He's had it eating up inside him.
Surely, it's a packed house thing.
Especially making it to the finals and coming up short because of that weed whacker.
What are you guys doing?
Oh!
Like, he had all that room and he still couldn't just get him flush onto the tubes.
I like that it's kind of messy, you know?
Yeah.
Back in these days, mate, these were a different breed of deathmatch wrestlers.
This was the generation that actually wasn't really trained.
It's kind of interesting how a lot of these guys, their careers were quite short because they did so much hectic stuff in such a short amount of time, but also like the stuff that a lot of them are doing. No one's ever done it before in the US. I'm sure Japan was where deathmatch really was the birth of it, but
yeah,
people over the US are seeing this stuff for the first time.
Just like the dragging through the light tubes thing, it's a great piece of psychology there because it probably isn't really that bad, but
yeah,
but it looks brutal.
I really like asking these deathmatch guys from back in this era how they feel about how deathmatch wrestling's become so almost dime a dozen. Like it happens so often now, and it's become the cool thing. Whereas back in the day, everyone hated on these guys for what they were doing.
I think that it's almost it comes along with the rise of alternative culture in a lot of different ways, but I mean, if you look at the way that MMA has now become integrated, and when you actually boil it down, MMA can be quite brutal, and deathmatch wrestling is, I think, a similar thing.
Oh, he just mocked his M. Bison, Eric.
You know, this was such the taboo. You know, Bret Hart. You know, I feel like this is like just the pornography of wrestling.
You know, I think I wouldn't even let my teenage kids watch it. You know, I think it's just, you know, disgusting. And, you know, Bill Goldberg, that's
It ends up being about Goldberg. Somehow.
You know, I heard he lets his son watch that kind of stuff, and I just think, what kind of father are you?
Okay, Mondo is now in supreme control here.
Yeah, fuck him up. Alright, here we go.
Something crazy's about to happen. Oh.
That made a great sound. That was a brilliant sound.
The referee, back in the days where they didn't put a glove on for a match like this, the referee's just counting in glass.
The fuck you talking about, AIDS? I know fucking AIDS. Hep C.
That's not his real ladder, that's his step ladder.
Nah. Shut up, Kyle. You're not my real ladder.
And see, that's the thing, John. As I mentioned earlier with Spider Nate Webb, you may be a high-flying wrestler, but it's not going to do you.
All right, here we go.
Dueling ladders.
Oh, they're dueling now with those ladders.
There's an analogy somewhere in this.
Oh.
Oh, looks like he's setting up that ladder.
Sure does.
Still got 2 matches to go.
Mondo right now in a lot of pain.
Where were you when they built a ladder to heaven?
Where do you think I am?
An idiot? Maybe.
Hey man, notice how they're actually selling though?
Yeah. I just watched this clip the other day from GCW where this guy did this amazing dive where he springboarded off the second rope on the inside of the ring and did a 630 over the top rope to the outside onto someone through the table, flush, threw him in the ring, and the guy kicked out at 2. Pissed me off, man. Should have been the finish. It's like, fuck you, dude.
Well, we may be looking at the finish to this first match here. Being set up here by JC Bailey. Whoop. Oh, fuck. Fuck me. Oh, my God. I'm always on the edge of my seat, bro, watching these. Oh, people at home.
Sick.
What do you think? What do you say about... Oh! What do you say about a thing like that? And that's done it.
There we
Fuck
go.
me.
Nick Mondo gets through round 1.
This is my last resort.
Okay, very good, very good. Let's end it there, bro. Let's end it there.
Sure.
Round 1 complete.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Round 1 complete. This is a marathon, everyone. We're in this for the long haul.
Yeah.
Juicy Boy, are you ready for our semi-finals where Nick Mondo takes on the infamous John Zandig in a best 2 out of 3 light tube log cabins match?
I most certainly am, my friend. And are all of you out there, are y'all ready for this?
Let's do it. Okay, here we go, Juicy Boy. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, and here's that Papa. Here he is. He's already, if we're being honest, we just watched a moment ago. He's already, you know, effed himself up pretty bad.
He's had to change his pants.
Yeah. Because he crapped himself. No.
Yeah, he would be crapping himself because he's about to wrestle John Zandig, who, as we know, is...
Zandig always looks like he's pregnant.
That's rude. Yeah, that's
He
rude.
does.
That's fat shaming.
Fuck off.
By the way, big thanks to Deathmatch Mania, the YouTube channel, for having these matches for us available on YouTube to do this reaction. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Zandig and Mondo together for a long time as part of the big
All right,
deal.
this is probably going to be
I've never wrestled one-on-one.
people that have never seen Zandig or any CZW before that might be stumbled upon this video. This is probably going to get pretty messed up.
Another great theme song.
Oh yeah.
Youth Gone Wild by Skid Row. Here we go. You know what? He kind of does look pregnant.
Yeah.
It's just the thing is, he probably likes to have a nice ice cold beer, bro. That's nothing more.
Hands on Ian Rotten and winning the tournament.
That's right, Ian Rotten already in the finals, Eric. And who would have ever thought that John Zandig would have to go through one of his own to get his hands on that Kentucky Fried Hardcore, wherever you want to call him, scumbag.
All right, this is probably going to be about to get messy, folks.
Yeah. Zandig has been on a reaction of ours before. When we cover that crazy match from Japan where he teamed with Nick Gage.
Yeah, that was definitely a memorable edition of React.
Unbelievable, man.
And notice, Sean, no fancy talking before
All right.
these two get it on. It's purely business. It's
Not
nothing
quite sure
personal.
what's going on here.
Who needs a showboat?
Yeah, not sure what's going on here.
Uh-oh. Doesn't look like the
You know,
boss is
John
doing
Zandig looks a little bit like Wildcat Chris Harris.
Yeah. Wildcat Chris Harris's crazy uncle at the Christmas dinner. All right, so it looks like they were calling for this thing to be brought out.
Oh, Nick Mondo is a sick man. He's
Oh fuck!
The light tube log cabins, right?
the light tubes on that top table, Eric. Nick Mondo's got plans.
I love how they're chanting for one of them being brought out, but there already is like 4 of them in the ring currently.
Look at that dude with the tubes.
Yeah,
He definitely likes the ganja, bro.
yeah. Okay, like, yeah, I feel like I know that guy's whole life just in seeing him in this camera shot right here. I know what he's about. I know who he
Don't
is.
fuck it up, bro.
Someone got to get up over here.
I'm telling you.
Like, it's taken him this long to figure out how to do this job. Okay, here we go.
Ugh. I
Here
don't know
we
why
go.
I'm feeling nervous watching them put it on there.
Preston, don't let it drop.
You gotta turn it. You gotta turn it.
You gotta turn it.
They gotta turn it.
You gotta. No, top bars. Yeah, like, they're just going, fuck, like, let's start doing some shit. Alright.
Hats off to our security, John. Doing a tremendous job.
This reaction's already long enough. Let's move it along, boys.
I like the overcast that's coming in. It's adding a different look to it. That's why I've always enjoyed outdoor events, because I like that the changes in the sky over time.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. I love those big WrestleManias where, you know, it starts when the sun's still up.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a different vibe.
Yeah. Hey, fucking do something, cunts. Nah.
No usage of the C word.
Sorry, no, what C word?
And it's going to be Nick Mondo and John Zandig locking it up. Winner it is. Goes on to
Clearly
face
I know
the
what
I'm gonna
word.
start
Alright.
finding you every time you use the C word. Okay, bro?
I can't afford that. Alright.
Do anything to win for CZW and do anything for an opportunity.
We're gonna have a swear jar here on WZWA Reacts.
rules for the fans at home.
There are no rules.
How's that?
Okay, here we go.
Alright, here.
You have to put your opponent through 2 of those log cabin light tube gimmick setups they got there.
Oh, yeah.
See, no leg slap there. He just,
Kick like that. And John Zandig, who's had the longest rest period, longer rest period than anybody in this tournament after that first round victory over Spider Nate Webb, John.
Zandig.
Oh, nice
there
one.
by John Zandig.
That was nice.
That bet has
Flush.
And there's Sticking right
Oh,
in.
shit.
Oh,
That sucks.
that worked well.
He's got to have the advantage when it comes to the stamina to advance in a deathmatch tournament. Again, John,
Oh,
He
shit.
raked that across his back.
You're talking about a man that wrestled on a nightly basis for weeks at a time without taking a night off in Japan, the sickest country in the world, known for their death matches, and Zandig was a success. Hey, let's show rubber chicken.
He's got the hardcore chicken. Oh!
Let's show rubber chicken. And again,
It does look like it hurts, the rubber chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, it does suck being sort of smacked with a piece of rubber like that. Stings.
All over him. John Zandig now stalking Nick Mondo.
There's a slow, methodical start to this one. Zandig in supreme control. What?
Yeah, kick him in that pregnant gut.
Oh.
Eat that shit. Oh man, this is already being pretty crazy.
I don't think John Zandig even cares less about winning the tournament.
Oh
He
no.
wants a piece of Ian Rotten.
Absolutely.
Oh no.
Again, Zandig, after last year, advances for the very first time in a deathmatch tournament.
Big mistake there, Nick.
In the opening round, which was interrupted just minutes into it by Buffalo's Army.
Uh-oh. John Zandig setting him up.
Oh my.
Oh, here we go.
Zandig likes to go for those Falcon arrows.
Oh!
Oh. That was a great bump there. Well executed.
Very nice.
Great sound.
Zandig now.
Oh!
He's got to be out of his mind. Where do you buy something
It's
like
just
that, John?
insane.
Home Depot.
Nick Mondo, look at him, Eric. That glass sticking onto his back.
Glass.
Zandig has that contraption set up once again.
And goes against the odds here. It's not looking good for him.
Blood from his back, thumbtacks in his arms. Again, these two are friends. These two travel together, rode together, trained together.
You know, he and Thumbtack Jack never actually had a match.
What's he saying to him?
He wants him out. John,
Oh,
this is
finally.
we have seen a battle of the big
I think it was last year. They ended up actually in the same city at the same time and took a picture together, like facing off kind of thing. I think that's pretty
We
cool.
saw what happened last year.
Yeah.
Hope he can get Zandig up on his
Might be a
shoulders.
match we have to recreate on Brand Warfare sometime.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Can he get Zandig up on his shoulders?
And it looks like John Zandig's going to follow him.
Sort of not a very, not the most elegant way of getting his opponent, getting him moved from the ring out to there, but
Yep.
whatever.
Had to think of something.
Well, they didn't think of anything at all.
Including us.
But that's okay. Also, I noticed that idiot with the fedora on in the crowd wearing a fedora unironically. Fucking dickhead.
Get over it. So, from what I gather, from what I've read online,
This an open challenge.
whilst they were up on the roof, John wanted to cancel doing this bump because he thought that the tables were too close to the side of the building, but Nick made him do it.
Which they were pretty close to the side of it.
Yeah.
Look at the thumbtacks in his right arm.
As soon as they're up there, like in this kind of situation, you sort of just climbing up there is almost like committing to doing
Oh
something.
man, I'd already be shitting myself. Like,
That's why I
I
never
don't
did.
like heights, man. Fans know they're about to see something crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man. John, somebody could get hurt. Oh, somebody could get hurt.
Oh man, the suspense because you can't see what's going on.
Somebody could get hurt. Somebody will.
Somebody gonna get hurt real bad.
Somebody actually, did get hurt way worse than what it even looked.
Somebody could get seriously hurt.
Oh boy. I've seen the bump, but like,
It's a
dunno,
whole other thing
disrespectful
to be
now that I'm
watching it.
the whole match, and
I'll never forget the first time that I saw this, man. Like,
they're definitely having a conversation. Oh God!
yeah, it's now or never that they go.
Oh boy! Oh my God, dude!
Oh fuck!
They just cut right through the tables. They got most of them.
They actually did make a healthy landing on the tables, but Nick smacked right into that concrete, bro.
God, how scary would it be in that moment right there, thinking like, am I dead?
Absolutely insane.
Wondering what the story is there. I'll probably mention it in commentary. Oh, here we go.
Brought to my attention that I turned away so my eyes wouldn't get caught by the glass. He said,
Oh, what a wimp.
Zandig went through first. That makes it a 1-1. So we'll restart it one more time.
They're going again. There's one left. They're going again. Let's get that.
Oh, the match isn't over because there's still one more log cabin to put them through, or to put your opponent through.
Right. Okay. So, all right. So this thing is actually going to continue.
Oh my God, bro! Such a confronting visual.
I mean, because yeah, if you look at the way that he lands, and you know, viewers and everyone watching this will have the luxury of being able to rewind it and replay it.
Oh man. God, how much more can he? I just can't believe the guy's walking, bro.
Well, I think it's also it must be like one of those feelings where once you're in the thick of it and you're doing it, you start to build up that confidence as you go along. It's like you'd know from when you're having a good match, you know, like you get going, and after you do the first few things, you feel like you're rolling, and you start feeling more confident.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'd have to imagine he's realized, you know, all right, I can still walk and shit like that. I'm filled with adrenaline. He's probably fucking concussed.
Okay, I'm reading elsewhere online that Nick didn't want to do the spot.
Yeah, that was the version that I heard. That Nick didn't want to do it, and Zandig basically kind of coerced him into doing it.
Right, sorry, I got it wrong. It was the other way around, yeah. Zandig wanted to do it, Nick didn't want to do it.
And just think there's still one more round after this. The final round. Thank God for the intermission.
I think there's a number of people in the audience that are quite concerned at this point. And then there's a number of people that are a bit more hardcore that are like, no.
Right, so now, because I thought I was a bit confused earlier, because Zandig put him through the first round of tubes.
Yeah, with that.
And then Nick,
Oh, no.
when they went off the top of the roof there, Zandig was actually the one that hit the tubes first, so that's why it's technically one apiece, and Nick wins there. I guess they realized there was no way he was getting him up for that move.
I think Nick also hurt his back when he tried to pick up Zandig on his shoulders.
Yeah.
How the hell is it going to continue? Ian Rotten, Sick Nick
All right,
It's one of those things
we'll
where
end
you-
it there, bro.
You know,
We'll end it
infamous
there.
performance. But I mean, wow. I mean,
Yeah.
he looks hurt.
It's insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. All right. Are you ready to do the finals here, Juicy Boy?
I am. Are y'all at home ready to do the finals?
They should be. It's Sick Nick Mondo against Ian Rotten in a light tubes and barbed wire ropes match for the finals for TOD 2. Juicy Boy, if you're ready, I am in 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, jeez.
You know, they only had a one match rest for Nick here. They had a tag team match between that match and this one here.
Yeah, wow. And I mean,
See
you
what
can't
kind
help
of
but
stage
think
it
that
is.
this is going to probably get bloody as well.
Yeah. Nice theme song as well. Another early 2000s gem for beautiful people.
Such a indie wrestler type theme.
Yeah. Tell you what, that's one handsome man.
You think Ian Rotten's ever been in a 200 light tube matchup before? I don't know, Eric, but undisputed king of hardcore, he gets his chance tonight to prove it.
All right.
He has an opportunity to take this tournament of death.
Let's see what state he's in. Let's see how he goes here, because he just went to hell and back, bro. It's so over now. He's over now. His last match. He's all patched up.
Eric, it's hard to believe that Sick Nick Mondo is even able to walk to the ring.
For the love of
I mean,
God,
yeah.
man.
Talk about pride.
I mean, the even crazier thing is to think about the United States healthcare system and think about, you know, all these injuries and stuff aren't going to be covered by insurance if these guys do have insurance.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they're going to be paying a lot, you know.
Yeah. You know, some of my American friends, it blows their mind that down here we can just go to the doctor and not have to pay for it.
Yeah, it's good.
Like the one time I've been in hospital, wasn't charged anything. I was there for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, not charged a dime. It's like, yep, all right, you can go.
I don't think he has a shot in hell, boss.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you something. I think he's
Thanks,
brave.
guys.
I
We
think he's
appreciate
got
you,
guts. I think he's brave.
our Australian men and women in the medical industry.
And you know what?
Here we go.
He's doing it for all of us. All the boys in the back.
Oh
Everybody
shit,
that
I
supports
accidentally
CZW.
bumped my
Man,
keyboard.
that is what's driving-
I'm just gonna
that is
hit
what's
play.
driving Nick Mondo right now. What do you have to say, House? You always got
In
so
the
much.
blood, you gotta be born with it. What do you say, House? What do you say, House? Am I born
There's
with
a
it?
fuck him up Mondo, fuck him up
Well, you ain't
chance.
born with it.
He's
I keep hearing that shit coming out of your mouth. You ain't gonna
over
be
like
born with
Rover.
blood, boy.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
They're doing like a IWA Mid-South CZW feud between Ian and John Zandig,
I
as
guess
they
they
alluded
are.
to on commentary.
This is race, and this is what it's all about. Look at Nick Mondo. He got the ribs taped up. I'm sure his ribs are busted after that 40-foot plunge that he took in the semifinals.
Soaking it in.
You're a pussy, you know that? What are you talking about?
Letting anticipation build. I can't believe he's jumping up and down on the spot.
Pass, Eric. The wet spot on your pants. Oh, they lock it up, collar and elbow tie up, and go behind there by Ian Rotten. He takes him down. How do you want to die tonight if you're Ian Rotten? Fast or slow? That's a question I have.
You know, Nick's dream match was actually to wrestle Sabu.
Uh-oh. I'll tell you what, Nick
and he never got to. But like a couple of months after he retired, he was offered the match in Japan, and he just said he couldn't do it.
Yeah, I
Which
mean
is a shame.
that's quite an amazing story, and yeah, it is a shame, but in a way though, at least he got offered it, so you know, he eventually became an opponent worthy.
That's it. Bit of technical wrestling to start the match here. Well, I never. And by the way, Nick Mondo's changed his pants for a third time.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
It went from blue to yellow to white.
Mondo right now in a lot of pain. Eric, usually he goes right at him with those sick high impact maneuvers. Mondo slowed it down a little bit. Ian Rotten didn't take the fall that Nick Mondo took.
Yeah, that's the thing about deathmatch wrestling back in these days. They implemented a lot of psychology in it. Like the psychology of the fact that Zandig, when he took him off the top of that building, and him going through the tubes first actually gave a point to, or a fall to Nick Mondo. I thought that was pretty interesting storytelling.
They break that lock there.
Yeah, that's a good piece of psychology, a good piece of booking.
You know, for a guy like Nick Mondo, it's how you respond to adversity. That is what makes you a winner or a loser.
And they're trying to once again, you know, milk it a little bit.
This is what it's all about, Eric. The Tournament of Death Championship matchup. After all, both competitors.
They probably have to. They probably have to take it a bit slower because Nick's fucked up.
That's pretty unconventional coming out of Ian Rotten in a tournament death final.
Oh, he's got a wrist lock on him. Applying more pressure there.
Dude, you shouldn't be back to back with him like that enough.
That he is back in the ring after taking that beating. John, you should go back there and shake his hand because he's doing it for all of us here at CZW.
I can't believe Nick Mondo walked to the ring on his own 2 feet. Without any help, big spin kick there by Nick Mondo, knocking Ian Rotten down.
Still no tubes broken.
No.
Big right hands there by Nick Mondo. Uh-oh. Nick Mondo sends an Ian Rotten.
And the sense of danger in the match.
Just go in there and take it like a man. He's a coward. He's a chicken shit. How do you like that, Johnny? He's a chicken shit.
It looks to me as if Ian Rotten has slowed this match down now. First I thought it was Nick Mondo, now it's Ian Rotten.
Now the collar over tie-up.
Very methodical, so much at stake and so much on the line in this final match of the Tournament of Death.
Again, it's on the brakes. No. Oh, there we go. Rotten goes through the tubes.
You made it this far last year, John.
Nick Mondo now grabs that light too. Them ropes are wrapped in barbed wire. Oh!
Can't believe this bloke's walking, let alone having another match.
200 of those around the ring, John.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was a really gnarly.
Going to town on him with the tube. Two. Yeah.
Only 2.
No way it would have been over them.
All it's going to take is 3, John. 3 seconds will make you an
Now he's just going to carve his forehead.
Tournament of Death champion.
Ian Rotten right now in a lot of trouble, Eric. He's down on that mat.
Ian Rotten has already won 2 tournaments outside of this company. He said he was going for the Triple Crown. He's coming for the Triple Crown today. He's talking about numbers, this numbers game. You want to play with numbers? Become an accountant. This isn't about numbers. It's about the will to win. It's about the strength to survive. It's about CZW.
Bam! One more! Bam! I think Nick Mondo wants to break all those like 2.
Oh, bro.
I think he should. I think he should.
Uh-oh.
John, we have fans here from all over the world that came for this.
Oh.
Brutal. That was brutal.
Just dropped it on him.
All the metal prongs on the ends of him going right into his face.
He's just warming up.
We got a 2 count. Only 2.
2 count there.
Yeah, Ian Ryan, say what you will. I think he's a master. I think he's an asshole, John. But he has a high.
I can't believe he's so nimble.
Right now. He still ain't up. He fell back down.
What on earth is he doing now? Oh, shit.
All right, he's got the cross. Of course, this design was later plagiarized to design Kylo Ren's lightsaber.
Big kick there on the other side of the head by Nick Mondo, and another one.
Nerd.
And another one.
He's going to crucify him.
Oh dear.
Our fans are calling for the death of Ian Rotten.
He's just gonna put it on him.
Oh, well, he's inches away from death. I think Sick Nick Mondo's had it.
He's frustrated.
What's he going for here? Springboard. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that was fucked.
That was sick.
That was effed.
That was like literally sick.
Yeah, no, that was Hosekai.
2 count. That was awesome. Balls on him to do a springboard leg drop when the ropes wrapped in barbed wire. Eh, bada, so winga.
All right, he's planning on hitting a dinger.
Look at him, just like baby.
Oh, right to the skull.
Orange.
Oh.
But it's only a 2 count.
Probably should have hooked the leg there, mate.
Only a 2 count.
Yeah, imagine if wrestling was just a completely real, legitimate sport. How many wasted opportunities to win important matches have gone down the drain over the years.
What is that? Salt.
Oh, the salt.
Just like last year when he was receiving it from the wife beater.
That probably doesn't feel pleasant.
No.
Listen to him. Listen to his pain.
Big stiff kick there by Mondo.
But he has seasoned that pork chop well.
He feels
Yeah.
he's rethinking about the moments that he walked through our front door and pissed at our building.
Seasoned it, and he's getting ready to put it on the grill.
He knew what he was getting himself into when he wanted to be part of the tournament of death.
He had no idea.
I mean, because this is not
Oh.
hardcore. This is ultra-violent entertainment.
Ian's fired back up.
All right, you fat bastard.
Of Nick Mondo.
Now driving that broken light tube right into the flesh of Nick
Oh.
Mondo.
See the skin pull back.
You gotta think about it there for a minute, Eric.
Winning isn't everything, John. Wanting it is the only.
Just imagine Jim Cornette having a conniption fit over it.
So bad.
Like,
Imagine him being forced to watch this.
Almost certain that his
yeah, like it'll be torture for him. Like he's tied to a chair.
he wants to be the champion.
Kenny Omega is in the corner of the room in the dark, smoking a cigarette. But the goddamn fucking, like his face is getting all red and shit like that.
Between these
I'm gonna have a goddamn stroke.
And again, John, doesn't matter how much you can press in the gym, doesn't matter how many miles you can run, doesn't matter what kind of cardio you're doing. It's not about preparing physically for the tournament of death. It's about preparing mentally. It's about locking yourself in a basement, in a dungeon, being fed nothing at all, being surrounded by rats, falling around in light tubes and barbed wire. That's how you prepare yourself for the tournament of death, not by.
All right, here we go.
This commentator trying to make a really good call there, but you actually also do have to physically prepare for something like this. Thank you.
Into those light tubes.
That looked pretty bad.
Ian Rotten's bleeding out of the back of his head, Eric, right over his right.
Nice little fat boy attack.
Nick Mondo's down.
Yeah.
It sure does.
Obviously, in a lot
Raking the back.
not too many people can get up and walk away from what happened to him in the second
That's
round.
icky.
Tossed off the 40-foot building by John Zandig, almost killed him.
40 feet, John.
Fuck you, Monet.
It'll take him a year to come back.
Oh no.
It's making out with him now.
Back here 20
Yeah.
later.
So,
The passion has turned into a very public affair.
Mondo is not an average man. He's
Like that, you'd be watching this at home thinking, "Oh, like,
CZW Iron Man champion.
I hope my older brother comes in and sees this." You know, but the older brother like would hate wrestling and make fun of him for it, and then he walks into the room, and then that's the first thing he sees. It looks like they're making out.
His ribs are busted. He goes
At least it's not Kenny Omega or Dean or John Moxley deliberately kissing their opponents. Idiots.
Good thing right now if you're a Nick Mondo fan.
Ian Rotten
Bear hug.
Good idea to work on the back here, considering what happened before. He's still standing there in the ring con. What do you mean, where's your Mondo now? He's still there.
Nick Mondo has competed several times.
There you go, get them on the hooks.
Hasn't had much of a challenge now there, may I add.
Nick Mondo fighting back, big
Hip toss.
arm drag there, taking Rotten down on the
Not an
back,
arm drag, a hip toss.
grabbing those light tubes.
Hip toss.
Hip toss. Give him some wicked shit.
Hey, I love a good hip toss. Much better than an arm drag.
I didn't think Sick Nick Mondo wanted to be a part of that tournament anyway.
Any chance this man has to hurt somebody, he'll take it, believe me.
Uh-oh.
What's he doing now?
Setting him up for that M. Bison.
I don't know, Eric. You said that last time. He didn't
To
do
the
it.
top. Oh!
That should
The
be it.
stomp to the back of the head.
A
Oh.
little bit unbelievable, but alright. You know, it had
Here's
a
the
good
fun.
result.
2 3/4 is a heartbeat away of winning the tournament of death.
Thought we were going to have one for CZW in the books. Roundhouse kick. And another.
What a gutsy performance from Sick Nick.
Nick Mondo misses.
Oh,
but he's on
nice.
his feet. That's the back on the front somebody. Double on the hole.
Oh my.
Bam, they'll win it.
Speaking of gutsy, Ian Rotten.
He can't move.
Oh.
This makes me cringe thinking about how much pain his back must be in, his lower back. I mean, you know, from having had an injured back in the past, like, the debilitating feeling.
It's the worst. I hate back pain, bro. I hate it.
I'll tell you what, can you
It's
imagine
made me so miserable.
if Ian Rotten wins the tournament tonight? And those pig farms rolling around in that pig crap.
Just think his sister
I'm just surprised Nick Mondo has relatively zero pain these days.
His sister and his wife, all one of them.
He's, you know what, man? He's lucky, man.
Nick Mondo getting up
Right.
very slowly. Ian Rotten, he's telegraphing him, Eric. He's telling him to get up.
Ian Rotten calling for him.
I think it was probably a smart intuition to stop wrestling when he did.
Backed up for nobody.
Yeah.
Same for Thumbtack Jack.
Anybody.
Oh, man. Again in that back.
Right around his back, Eric. Now you know that back
The bruising the next day, man, would have
Yeah.
sucked, man.
He would have been in agony for weeks, I reckon.
Undisputed, the king of hardcore, my ass. Ian Rotten looks to have things in his corner.
Oh, fuck.
Ian Rotten looks like he's setting him up for something, Eric.
Look at the back of Nick Mondo. He's not going to be able to get out of
Vessel.
bed.
Big Russian leg sweep there by Mondo. Hooks the leg. We got a 2.
Kick out.
We got a 2 count. So many near falls in this matchup. Both men wanting to be champion of the tournament of death.
Should be
All right.
surely getting towards the tail end here.
What's he got in mind here, man?
But that's what it takes to be the winner of the tournament of death. The ultra-violent tournament of death.
Committing the sin of just leaving it there.
Light tubes on his back.
Making a sandwich out of him.
We can't let that go unmentioned because we'd call it out if we saw someplace else do it.
Oh, here we go.
Sledge.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that was insane.
Yeah, that looks good. Oh, and that's
done
it.
it.
Big
He's
pop.
done it, bro.
Undispute the king of the Mr. King of the Death.
Very nice.
My ass. There's your undisputed king of the death matches.
Sick Nick Mondo, the 2003 Tournament of Death champion.
Congratulations.
Wipe some of this blood on the fan sign. I wonder if that fan still has that sign. If you were that fan, please comment. Let us know if you still got the sign with his blood on it.
He sure proved it tonight.
That's going to be a long ride home to Kentucky.
Nick Mondo won through J.C. Bailey, John Zandig, and Ian Rotten.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we didn't even think about that, having to drive afterwards when you leave this show.
That's it.
If it's a long drive, man, having to get it out of that car.
coach you for the last 3 years. 'Cause I always thought that you were the best this company had to offer.
What a kiss ass. Oh, that's coming from a pig farmer. Hey, the time for kissing up sober, big shot.
Well, hang on, Juicy Boy, until we get him with a shot with that trophy in his hands.
A lot of people know you pulled out of my deathmatch tournament.
The fans, man, it's hilarious. Shut the fuck up!
My friend,
They are not fans
motherfucker.
of Mr. Rotten.
I hope Mondo spits in his face. That's what I hope.
That would have actually been sick.
Oh, wife beater.
There's the trophy.
Here comes wife beater. They call him that because he beats his wife.
He said he never heard of the wife beater. He's about to hear of him now. And look at him. He's jacked up, Eric.
I'll let you have your moment here, but I just want to say something. Whether these ignorant fucks care to say, hear what I got to say or not.
We don't care.
You come in here wrestling with a broken wrist. You come in this finals with a big puncture in your back. You are always, and will be what extreme wrestling, hardcore wrestling, and ultraviolet wrestling is meant to be.
Amen to that. Spoken from a son of a bitch, but amen to that.
Spell it from a son of a bitch. All right, you know what, bro? We can leave it there as the fans are cheering for him. I'm ending it there.
Yep.
I'm ending it there because there's probably just more promos and all that shit. But there we go, Juicy Boy. Holy shit.
Yeah, wow.
Whew.
I mean, that was quite the journey that we just witnessed Sick Nick Mondo go through there.
Unbelievable.
I mean, a lot of crazy stuff. The bump off the roof there.
Yep.
I mean, that wasn't even the only crazy bump, but that was, you know, the defining bump of the series of matches we just watched.
That's right, bro. And I would say this is the longest version of WZWA Reacts we've ever had, you know? So
Quite possibly, although we have done, you know, a few matches that were pretty long.
yeah,
But what we want to know is what y'all thought of this
that's it.
inaugural triple header version of WZWA Reacts, where we watch a series of matches that are connected via a wider context or story, as we did in this instance. What did you think of that as a format? What did you think of the matches themselves? Tell us your thoughts and feelings about Tournament of Death. And as always, we want your suggestions, your comments, your questions, your queries, your theories, all of it. Just
Yep.
just give it to us.
You know what, bro? I think we already did a triple header once before the WCW Women's Cruiserweight title tournament. But this is different because we went to 3 different videos. That was just one self-contained.
That still counts as one because it was edited into one video. So yeah, we're gonna
Hyping
consider
up
this
triple
one.
header. We've already done it.
Yeah, we're gonna consider this one to be the inaugural triple header.
Yeah, awesome, bro. Well, I had so much fun checking all that out. That was some crazy shit, and much respect to the one and only Sick Nick Mondo. I'll have a link in the description to my exclusive interview with him on the Insider's Edge some time ago. Juicy Boy, thank you for your time, brother.
You are most welcome, and thank all of you out there for joining us here on WZWA Reacts. And until next time, as always, we will see you down the effing road.
WZWA Network, that's the way we like it. Good God Almighty. WZWA Network, that's the way we like it. Puppies. WZWA Network, that's the way we like it.
The following announcement has been paid for by the WZWA Network.